Hello everyone, welcome once again to the second part of IPL data analysis. In part 1 we did season highlights. Here we are doing team performance insights. In team performance insights we can see we have data like team wise win percentage, and if a team has win percentage of more than 50%, you can see, so they are represented with these green dots. Otherwise, if their values are in a mid range with orange or red, then this is important. This is showing opponent team versus, so let's say Deccan Chargers versus Chennai Super Kings. So it is now showing wins and losses, right? So how many wins and how many losses are there for against this team. So for every team against other opponent team, what is the total win and loss? You can also calculate win percentage here, the logic that we will discuss. So we'll use calculated tables, we will use calculated measures, okay, everything, and then we will try to create this visual or these different visuals that you can see here, even matches played, matches won. It is very important here to understand this. So, and now you can do season wise analysis. Let's say for a particular season you want, or you just want for finals, so you can do final wise analysis. So we will answer these questions here, team performance. So let's get started with it. So welcome to the second part of our analysis. Here user has requested a dashboard 2, which is team performance. So team wise win percentage, wins by toss decision, teams match result trend by season, and so on. So first we'll focus on team wise win percentage. So here we will duplicate it and rename it as team wise analysis or something like that. So whatever is the dashboard title, which is team performance, so we will write team performance insights or something like that. So team performance insights, okay, and here is that. So I will just select up to IP, so not accepting our request, no problem. So we'll use this color and again use around 32 or 28, whatever we selected last time. So this will be team performance inside, make it bold, okay, or let's keep it like that. So in team performance we have to answer some more questions. We answered these questions in the first part. In second part, team wise win percentage. So before that we have to understand something, that in the data set that is given here. So if you want to see number of matches played by a team, you can see first it is given as either team 1 or either as team 2. So for example, this match RCB played as team 1 and KKR as team 2. But so if we actually have to find out total number of matches played by each team, so we have to do some kind of union of these two columns, and union will select only unique values which will give us some kind of information. So let's start with creating a new table, and this will be our new calculated table, and that calculated table we are using a match all matches, where we are doing a union of select columns from matches. So in select columns what we are doing, we are selecting the table, we are giving the name as team only, and then the second column is team and we are giving at ID, which is match ID, and we are now doing it as with match team 2. So whether it is team 1 or team 2, we are doing as ID. We are, so it will create two columns, team name and the match ID. Let's find that. and here we have that table. So Mumbai Indians number of match IDs, okay, RCB number of match IDs. One important thing to analyze here will be because RCB name was originally given two times, okay. So because earlier it was RL Challenges Bangalore, then Bengaluru. And you can see the same thing with Rising Pune Super Giant or Super Giants also, okay. This is also given here. So before doing this, we can edit this table because this is the table from which it is fetching the data. So we'll go to edit query, and here you can see we have the columns. Actually we could have done it in Excel itself, somehow we missed that. I missed that. So here we have to replace values, okay. Value to find Rising Pune Super Giant and replace it with Rising Pune Super Giants. So if I will do this, you know what will happen? It will probably search Rising Pune Super Giants and replace that here also, because in that also it will find it. So first I will change it to Super Giant. You know, this is uh, doing the same thing two times, but we will replace value. Now I will replace Rising Pune Super Giant with Giants, and now it will change everything. Same thing we will do here. Replace value Rising Pune Giant. So Rising Pune Super Giants with Giant, and then I will reverse. So because finally we want Super Giants as answer. Value to find with this. Okay, close and apply. We could have used a more efficient way, but let's try. So now we have the data. So let's go to matches and first see in matches filters whether we have that or not. So team 1. So you can see Rising Pune Super Giants only one time. So every team name CSK, DC, Delhi, even Delhi also, Delhi Capital, Delhi Daredevils, but because they are different franchises, so we can keep it. If you want to uh, just do the analysis for Delhi itself, so you can change that as well and change both to Delhi or something, or use any one of them as the main value. Gujarat Lions, Gujarat Titans, different teams, Kings 11 Punjab. Again, so most of the team names are appearing one time. And now let's go to our all matches. And in that all matches, now let's see. So now it is coming. So because it's dynamic, so this is how union will work. Okay. And this will help us. Why have we done that? Let's say if we select all and select CSK and click OK. So CSK name is coming 238 times. And similarly, if we do for Mumbai Indians, and those of you who actually know the stats, if you think any data is wrong here, you can let us know. We will correct that in the next part. So you can see 261. So because they have played more matches than CSK. So and similar thing will be with RCB also, like 250 or something, 255. So this is the data, and now we will go back here, and so first thing we have done is we have created all matches. Next we will create a measure to find out matches played. So that particular measure, let's try to create it here this time. So here it is matches played. We are counting rows of our all matches table, where all matches team is equal to the selected value of team name. So if we will select a team name, then it will show us percentage or total number of matches played by that team. So let's calculate that. This will find out matches played. And just for test, if we just select this chart which we created in the first part and remove it with team name. So here we have the team name information, and here we have count of ID. So here we will write matches played. So you can see matches played by Mumbai Indians 261, RCB 255, and KKR, and so on. So this will give us some kind of information of that. I'm not deleting these charts, I'm just shifting them. Whatever we can reuse, we'll reuse from the first part. If you haven't seen the first part, I will ask you to go and check that. Here you can see Lucknow Super Giants introduced newly, and this is data up to 24 only. So when we will actually update the data of 2025 also, so this data will change. This is up to 2024 only, and this is now matches played by every team, but we don't have to answer this. We actually have to answer team wise win percentage. And now that's why we will create another measure, that total number of matches won by each team. So matches won will be calculate. We are using the calculate function which we used in the first part also. From the matches, we are calculating total number of counting total number of IDs, where match winner is equal to this selected value. Whatever is the selected value is already in the context. So we will do that, and now it is matches won, and let's add that. So matches won. So you can see Mumbai Indians played 261, won 144. And remember, both of them, like matches played and matches won, will not work unless and until we are using them in a visual where all these, where you have the matches or where you have the team name at least. And now finding out the win percentage will be easy. We just have to divide it by divide 144 by 261 and multiply it by 100. So divide matches won by matches played. This 0 is to avoid divided by 0 error. Suppose some team hasn't won any match, which is not the case, but if it is there, so this will give us that answer, and we are multiplying it by 100. So divide function, simple, numerator comma denominator. So now we will have that, and now let's add this as well. So this is winner percentage, so which is 55%. So, and this is giving us a simple information. See, you can use any type of chart. For example, you can use it as a matrix chart. As a matrix chart, you can answer this. So it will be actually better to answer this. And here in matrix chart, we can go in the visual settings, and in visual settings we can go to cell elements. In cell elements we can either enable data bar. So whatever field is selected first will be given this data bar. Okay, so if I just alter that, I just want to test also, let's say winner percentage, because this is asked in the question. So if I go there and cell elements, I enable data bar, so it will enable that. But we can enable icons also. So now you can see these are the teams where green is there. So these teams have mostly won more than 50% of their matches. Teams where orange is there have won around 46%, or between 30 to 40 we can say. And teams who have won less than 20% or less than 30% are red in color. And this is how it gives the icons. So you can see less than 33%, 32 to 66% orange, 67 to 100% green. So this will give us information of which teams have performed better, which teams are yet to perform better. So you can get this answer. And here when we will select that, we will actually rename for this visual as team. So as I told you, if you simply want to answer this question as a chart, so you can answer this as a chart by just adding two values, that is team name and win percentage. So I'm why not, let's reuse this one. So let's reuse this one, because here we will just remove everything, and here we'll pick the team name and win percentage. So if you have to give the answer, so you can see Gujarat Titans is actually the team up to 2024. And I'm sure in 2025 also they performed really good. Suman Gill led the team quite well. So their win percentage will be on a very high percentage. But this is how you can actually answer this question. So I either like this or like this. This will be your answer. So this is our answer for the question first. Then wins by toss decision. That is, if toss decision was batting, how many wins? If toss decision was bowling, how many wins? So let's try to find wins by toss decision. If I go to match and I want to create a simple measure, so wins by toss decision, we are calculating. Basically, we are counting total number of match IDs where toss winner is actually the match winner. Okay, so we are calculating in how many such instances toss winner is actually the match winner. So wins by toss decision will be there, and let's say if we add here, so wins by toss decision, so you can see 554 is the wins by toss decision. Let's change the title. This is wins by toss decision. Okay, and now we have the wins by toss decision. We have the category label here. Let's disable that. So this is wins by toss decision. Okay, this is wins by toss decision, but actually how many matches are there? Okay, so what we can do, just to check how many matches are there, good for analysis, we will just add ID. This is match ID. So actually around 1095 matches are there. So out of that 554 wins by toss decision. So if another in any other question it is asked what is the percentage of wins by toss decision as compared to total number of matches, so you can divide these two numbers as we just did earlier, right? And here we will change the title as total matches played. Okay. And this is category label, so we will disable that. So this is total matches played, which is 1095. We can do one more thing, we can select some kind of color for it, and we can copy the same color in these different visuals. So total matches played is 1095, out of which wins by toss decision is 554. Now if we have to give season wise performance analysis, let's select this, and what we can do, we have the season here, so we can add that season as a filter, and it is giving us option as sum of season. So actually we have to replace it with a filter, so we just replace it as a slicer, and now you will have this option. So let's remove this, and now we have season here, and what we can do as a title, we can just do season. So if you have to see trend analysis or season wise performance like we are already seeing, so teams performance if you want to see, so from one season to another season, what is that performance, win percentage by team can be seen here. You can also go to properties. Simply for this we can also go to visual properties and show the slicer as a drop down or a vertical list, whatever is preferred. So if we show it as a drop down, so you will be able to select multiple values or single value. So if you select 24, you will be able to see season wise performance, 23 season wise performance. So you will be able to see that, and then if you want you can clear everything. So you can try this if you want to see season wise performance of these teams here. And here we have values which we can actually increase the size here because we have more space, we can use it. So you can now select any particular year and see season wise how that season went and team wise performance in that particular season. The next question that we have to answer is head to head wins and losses. So let's see, for head to head wins and losses we will create another table, because by creating, you can do it in matches also, but this will be more flexible way of doing that. So we are creating a new table and I will explain how it will work. This is head to head. We will select columns from matches. So when we are creating a table, we have to add columns there. So we are selecting columns from, and it is asking from which table are you selecting columns, matches. What is the name you are giving? We are saying match ID. Then we are selecting the season. Then we are selecting team A. If matches team 1 is equal to winner, so we will select team 1, else we will select team 2. And similarly team B will be, if matches team 1 is equal to winner, then team 2, otherwise team 1. So you can see team 1 team 2 combination here, team 2 team 1 combination. So it will so if one team is MI, then other team will automatically be RCB or something like that, and winner will be matches winner. So this will be the next column, that between these two teams who is the winner. And to answer this question, let's create a matrix table. So here we have the head to head. So from head to head in row we will select team A, because we have to select team wise, like team 1 with team 2, what is that. So in columns we will select team B. So now you can see we have Deccan Chargers, etc. So obviously this type of answer cannot be given in short. First of all, we'll format paper and apply the same kind of formatting here. And now in values we will select count of match ID, which we have here itself. So now you can see this is count of match ID. So what this is showing is total number of wins of this particular team against all other teams. Okay, if you also have to show losses, so let's try. We will create a new table, and as we created, we will create a head to head full table where we are using the union. So we are selecting columns first from matches. We are selecting the team 1, and this is we are selecting as opponent. Okay, team and its opponent. The selected columns match, from match ID, season, team, whoever is the winner, and then whoever is the opponent. So if team 1 equal to match winner, we will call it win. Okay, if here we are using team 1 is equal to match winner, team 2 team 1, and here opponent match winner, whatever is that. So here you can see we are here the team that we are selecting, there we have applied the condition that if team 1 is match winner, and select team 2, otherwise team 1. So this way we will be able to select columns, because see the teams are given as team 1 and team 2, and now we have two more conditions, which is winner and opponent. So let's try that. And here you can see, now if we go there, so you will be able to see that match ID, this particular team played against this team and result was win. Okay, in some cases you can see result would have been loss also. So now we have to do some kind of count on this. So now what we can do, we can create a new measure and we can calculate total number of rows in this particular table where head to head result equal to win. Okay, basically this will not be there in the table because it's not a column. So this will be wins, and we can create a new measure for losses. So wherever it is coming as wins and wherever it is coming as loss, it is basically counting those many rows. Okay, So I think I have accidentally created a new column, sorry. So delete from model. So we will create a new measure, and that will be losses. So now we have wins and losses. So let's try to alter this table a little bit. So in row, let's select the main team. In column, let's select the opponent name, and here we will select wins and losses. So here we will select wins, and then we can also select losses. So now you have the head to head information. Will the CSK against CSK, nothing will be there. CSK against DC, wins and losses, wins and losses, wins and losses, and so on. So this will give us that information. Here in this case, we have information like totals and all. So for example, column subtotals, row subtotals, if you don't want, you can remove them. And now you can actually see team by team performance, win and losses. Okay, so this chart will give you trend of yearly also. So here this will only affect this one. So because here we have kept it for all the values, but here for example we have head to head full. In head to head full we have this information. So if we go to the, if we take it near the matches column, because we know match ID will be same as that match ID. So here this ID is equal to this match ID. Now it's created, and once this relation is established, then it will work for this also. So now you will see season wise performance of one team against other team, and season wise performance of one team in total. And now we can clear the data. Next, if we have to see the performance in finals, for example, so I am just creating this filter here. I am making a copy of it. Let me just yeah, do it like that. And here what I'll do is I will just add one filter here, because from matches table, if we just select the match type, whether it's league or whatever, so if we select match type here, and as a question, if you just want to see performance, so first of all let's make it match type. One more thing, I will reduce the size to fit it properly here also. Okay, so if match type is final, then you will be able to see the performance in final, that what is the win percentage, or what is the total number of matches they have played. And so now it is correct. Earlier it was showing 238. So what is happening here, like, see, what I have done is wherever or whatever calculated table we have created, we have to make sure from everywhere teams are properly linked. If match ID is used, you can see in both table it should be linked. Here also match ID is used, it should be linked. So this is something you have to do. So now you will be able to see season wise, eliminator wise, league wise performance, so, or overall performance. So this is something that will help you in evaluating your data. And one more thing, because I increase the value size, so let's give value also around 13, and just what have I done, yeah, I will keep it 13. So this way we will have option to arrange it in a proper way. So this is our dashboard number 2, team performance insights, and now you can see this is our information. So try this at your end also. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section. We have to answer different type of questions, so we tried to arrange them in whatever space we have. So kind of scrolling and sorting will be needed at the user's end to see the actual performance. So this is our dashboard 2. Now we have done, or we are done with 2 parts. Thanks for watching this one. See you in the next part.